Hi guys, welcome back to our channel and thank you for the support. Today I'm just going to talk about something very important about setting these healthy boundaries. Now, this is something very personal to me, and setting a routine. Like me personally, I just realized a few things, and a word of encouragement before I continue. Please, it's never too late to start. I just did start this routine and this journey a few months ago. Imagine at the beginning of the year, you're setting goals. I want to do this, I want to do this. When the year begins, you go hard, you do it, and then I crash, and then I'm like, along the way, I lose focus. I just stopped kind of being as motivated and inspired as it was at the beginning of the year. So always I count my year like in the month that I'm born. I'm like I'm starting a new year. So a few months ago, precisely less than 2 months ago, I was like, I need to change something. I need to change my life. I need to change my lifestyle. I need to change a few things. And I need a healthy lifestyle. Now, there is something about projecting. Like, I used to look at others and I look at people and I'm like, but how come someone says they're going to do this? Like how come things just fall in place for them? Like everything they just set out to do, they're just doing it. Like possibly people just come online and they're just not even being real. And then I just noticed that I was just projecting my own insecurities, my own inability to do the things that I was wanting to do onto others. And one small thing, I just changed a few habits, the tiny little bit things that we often don't even, we often minimize, and we don't think that they really make a big change in our life. Those small things, you notice that's how habits and patterns are formed. So I just woke up and I'm like, I'm done with procrastinating. I'm going to form me some new healthy habits, some new things that I want to change. I was like, there is the big image, but there is the small things, like the small things. So this has been a journey, and I just wanted to share. You get, that is sacrifice. Just know that if you want some new habits, you're trying to change something, you're trying to do something or get somewhere, you're going to sacrifice something. It could be your freedom, could be your friends, could be the things that you love to do. You're going to sacrifice. And just a reminder is, no one is perfect. So many people out here, and you're expecting that when you start new habits, healthy habits, you're going to be perfect, or it has to be perfect for it to work. No, it does not have to be perfect. You're going to start with the little tiny bits of steps, but at the end of the day, it's going to pay out. Now, I'm not an expert in this, but I'm sharing a few things that I have gone through, and in case you can relate, please subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and just let me know how you love this, or you can relate. First of all, when it gets to setting routines, like I often used to have, like I get me a diary and then I have this book, and then I'm like, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, 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 D. I break it down to days, what I'm going to do. And it was just not working for me. And one thing I noticed is sometimes the things we set, the routine you set, the goal you set, most times it's not going to come through for you as easy as you want it, because sometimes it's not at the core of what you exactly want to do, where you want to be, how you want to go about your life. If it is not, sometimes it's not going to come through for you. So that's why you're going to fight so hard and push to be perfect. It's hard for you to even sacrifice, because it's not the core of who you exactly want to be or what you're trying to do. So that is one thing. It's going to cost you to keep procrastinating and doing other things. So a few things. So with all that, it's very easy. It became easier for me with time to set a routine. You get, with time it set a routine. Let me see this. because I was like, what's my wellness vision? I was looking to go somewhere or be a certain type of person, to live a certain lifestyle, and I was really carrying on things that don't really need to be taken with me. You get? So I just got to a point and I'm like, this is my vision, this is where I want to be, this is what I've dreamed to be, but I'm trying to incorporate other people's visions or other people's dreams, and that's why I wasn't achieving the success and I wasn't getting to the routine and the habits that I wanted. So there's going to be temptation, but I was like, I gotta sacrifice it and just let it be. I focus on the things and where I wanted to be. So it became a little bit, it's becoming a little bit easier. This is a journey and I am still moving on this healthy journey, this healthy lifestyle. I mean, it's a journey, and I've been building small habits, putting plans. One thing is I had to learn what was my non-negotiable. You get? We have non-negotiables even when it comes to your jobs. You do, there are things that if you're supposed to work Monday to Friday, you can't say no, I can't be working these days and these days I can't. No, if you agree to something and you're like, these are my non-negotiables, what am I going to do and what won't I do? So I just sat down and I wrote down all my non-negotiable things that I wanted, I didn't want to, that had to be done. Like when you wake up, like, you know, you wake up, some non-negotiables are very easy to me. They were very, very easy, and sometimes these are the things that we did this undermine or not even take up, because you're going to have non-negotiables like you have to wake up at this time. Okay, if you don't, but you wake up, take a bath, and then do, this is when your work hours, from this time to this is work, from this time to this it's possibly time out of your work schedule, and then you have to look and do other things. You get? So when you know your non-negotiables, you're going to know where to focus and what to look at. You get? What time is for what. If it's time for work, it will be time for work. If it's time for the creativity, like after 5, like I wake up, get myself ready, I have a few hours before I start my day at 10. So I'm like, that time I'm going to do A, B, C, D within that time. I don't have to do everything. That's when, because I'm not trying to be perfect, because if I try to do everything, I may not even be, I may have to create, but I may not be in the mood to do that day. So the things that I can do within that time frame. And then after work, my work hour stops at 5, and then I have this to this time. These are the things I have to do. So when you put a schedule with non-negotiables and you're sure that this is what I have to do, you get? You then have to prioritize. When you find your non-negotiables, you have to take a shower every day, you have to clean up, you have to look good every day. So you go find out what are your priorities. That was something, that was the turning point for my life, because I did sit down and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. These are my non-negotiables, but what are my priorities? This is where I want to be. This is what I need at this time. What are my priorities? So I looked at my priorities and I did focus on them. Focus on them. I'm like, this is what I need to do. I focused on them. Whatever my priorities were, they are. I'm like, okay, in that period, this is where I need to grow my channel. This is where I need to go. This is the amount of money I need to work. This is how independent I need to be. This is what I need to let go of among the priorities. So some things that I cared and catered for so very much, it was a priority to me that I let them go. So when I had my priorities together, it was easier then. I had to sit down and plan. Like, what is it going to be like? What's my plan? What is my triggers? What can I deal with and what can't I deal with? What are my boundaries? And that's when when your priorities and non-negotiables are intact to the core of who you are, that's when you're going to step on some toes. You set up some boundaries. People may not love it. You get some things you're like, this is not a priority, I'm not going to do it. This is a boundary, it does not have to, it has to be respected, and people won't like it. So it was not easy for me to plan and identified all my unhealthy patterns and triggers, and I kept on choosing what I can deal with, what I can't. I set my boundaries, you get. And then the other thing is, don't forget to ask for help. Don't be embarrassed to ask for help. Ask your friends, like, I'm trying to work on this, but I don't need you to tempt me like this. Tell them if they love you and they're really for you, they're going to support you. They're going to support you to achieve the things you want. I tell people like, these are my boundaries, or I have to really respect my mental space. And if you really care for me or support me in any way, kind of shape, you're going to respect that and give me the space that I need so I can grow into the person that I want to be. So ask for help. Change your surroundings. We always want to change, but you want to change and still stay in the same place. What doesn't build you or take you to the next level now won't take you to the next level tomorrow. So if you know you're in an environment that does not serve you, change it. Just move away from it. Take away what you can. Sometimes the things you have to let go of and put out of or add to your non-negotiables are things that you really love so dearly, but you have to go ahead and change your surrounding. You get? And I always track my progress. Like, I'm looking at my progress and I'm like, how far have I gone? Today I had to do this and this. Yes, I made a video, that's success. I woke up, I did go to work. Yes, I woke up, I got my morning routine in check. Yes, I had my healthy diet load. Yes, I had a meal, I ate well. Pat yourself on the back, and that's how habits are formed. And keep your progress, how you're doing. Are you getting better today? How did you do? Assess yourself at the end of every day and then find out how is everything going on, what needs to change or what needs to go. You get? So you stay on track, you be positive, you act and do those healthy habits, all the things that you set yourself up to do. That's just been my experience. It's not been an easy one. It's not been, but I'm appreciative of my progress. And so far, I'm in a better space, a better mental space, and then everything is just coming out through. Today I was under pressure. I'm like, I have to make this video, and I just wanted to come and share something very realistic and normal that everyone else goes through. It's not easy, but do change those small things. They'll turn into habits. Change the small things. The diet, you can cut down. You love too much soda, cut it down and have possibly one, or cut down the quantities at which you do some things, and don't expect drastic changes, but those small baby steps, they're gonna add up, and just respect them. So for now, I will say subscribe to my channel if you're still here with me. Thank you for the support, and I love you. Shalom. Take good care of your health. Health is wealth. Okay? Respect your boundaries and respect yourself always. Okay? Shalom. Love you guys. Yeah. Let me go. That's she. Oh yeah.